Good morning, everyone out there. I am Corinne Braxton, and I am coming to you from Boca Grande, Florida right now. Today is Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. And I'm going to just check my computer before we go any further. So let's see, we're going to see if we have any comments coming in after people find us. Let's see if I'm in the right spot. Okay, give me a minute there. I see myself. Okay, that's good. That's always good. Let's see, give me a minute. Nope. There I see there we go. I am at our house in Florida. We came here after Christmas with our one son and his family and 3 kids, and then our other son, Andrew, and Chrissy and Jack flew down a couple days later, and they all just left this morning at 11 o'clock. So it's been a busy week here. And I've already started my physical therapy. I'm not wearing my brace today. I wear it part of the time and take it off part of the time. And anytime I go in the golf cart, which is how we get around the island here, I go to physical therapy, and my husband takes me in the golf cart. It's only 2 blocks away. So we decided it was probably a little safer here than being in snow and cold and ice. Anyway, so that is, I'm not sure how, I have a lot of different lights going and everything else going here. Let's see. Good morning, Levon. I hope you had a wonderful birthday yesterday. And thank you for the hearts and everything. So we have only 2 more days, and then we have the beginning of celebration, which is very fun. It's the best time of the entire year. Hey, Lisa, good to see you this morning. I'm going to just turn off that little light behind me. I don't know which one it is. There, maybe it's that one. There we go. Take down my jacket, and it's been sort of a cool, hey, Carla, Happy New Year to you too. Good to see you this morning. Carla, you're coming from Wisconsin. Tell us where you're popping in from if you have a chance. It's always fun to know where people are coming from. I hope it's not too dark. This room is so dark compared. This is just a small bedroom that's been, that we had built with built-in cabinets. And anyway, in Montana, I have so much light. It's just like the light, it's a problem sometimes because it's so bright. Here it is, I have small windows and I have lots of lights overhead, but I see I have another light that don't have turned on. There we go. We'll try that. I'm jumping up and down here. So, alrighty. Hey, Alexandrina. Good to see you this morning from Naples. You're not too far. Our one son and his family were in Naples for a couple days, and then they came here. Hey. Oh, hey, Kathy. Kathy said, you better come home to a bright Montana. Well, I do miss that sunshine, that bright sunshine, which came in our big windows. That's, but anyway. I've been walking here. I'm still using a walker, but I'm also using walking sticks. So I go outside and I walk a short distance. I sort of have a little goal every day to how far to get. And that's what I've been doing. So our kids they went swimming and they've been fishing a ton by our dock. My husband's taking them out in the boat. They've all had a great time. We had 13 people for New Year's Eve. Anyway, Terry's sister and her husband are here also. So anyway, this is an exciting week. We have, our new catalog is starting on Thursday. It's the mini. It starts January 4th and it goes until the end of April. And I can't open the inside yet. And then we have the best time of the entire year, celebration. This is for 2 months this is only one time a year, January and February, and it is really a good one this time. I think it's one of the best that I've ever seen. They have a lot of designer paper, several stamps, some embellishments and ribbon and all kinds of fun things. Celebration works like this. With every $50 that you place of an order, you get to choose one free thing, a level 1. If you place a $100 order, you can either choose a level 2 item, which is a more expensive thing, like the one we're going to use today. The one we're using today is probably my favorite upper level. It's called Softly Sophisticated, and the stamp and a gorgeous embossing folder. And that's what we're going to be using this morning. And so you can get that with a purchase of $100 starting on Thursday. And then we also have a terrific starter kit special. You know, the starter kit is always the very best. Hey, Mary. Good to see you, Diane from Minnesota, Mary from Kansas. Alexandra said, we are in the Gulf Coast of Florida. Boca Grande is an island on Gasparilla. It's between Fort Myers and Tampa. That's where we can fly into either Fort Myers or Tampa. Or Tampa. So it's about an hour and a half from those cities. Let me see what's okay. I'm glad to see so many of you. I always appreciate thumbs up, hearts. If you're subscribing, that helps me grow my business. Thank you for those thumbs up. If you're I always put my videos on YouTube later, and then you can ring the bell. That means you've subscribed. Also, I will have all the directions below the video. It takes me about 10 minutes, and then I will have the directions, and then I start uploading it to YouTube. So the directions will all be there. Now, we have several things that are happening this week. If you do not have catalogs, would you please message me or email me, Corinne Braxton at AOL.com. If you need catalogs, I'll be happy to send you some, or send me a private message on Facebook. That would be great. Also, if you're not on my email list, let me know. I'd love to add you. You can go to my crafting creations and add yourself. Also, it's constant contact. Anyway, this Saturday, I am having a 2-part video session. It's going to be an online celebration extravaganza. So I'm going to come to you in the morning. Let's see, what time am I doing this? 11 o'clock Eastern time and 3 o'clock Eastern time. So I've put that in my email, what time that will be in your time zone. So it's going to be all celebration, and I have a special that you could order if you'd like. You don't have to. It's to watch is free. And I will be doing some celebration items. It'll be all celebration on that Saturday. So Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon, you can follow along. If you want to order, you can order, and I will send the kits to you free with your order. So, okay, that is it for now. We're going to start our session. Let me set this down. Here we go. Okay. All righty. Let's move the camera down. So close your eyes for a second. And keep commenting, too, if you don't mind. Let me change the camera here. Here, close your eyes. There we go. And up we are. Here we are. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. I don't have my glass mat. The glass mat studio is a brand new thing that we demonstrators could buy ahead of time, which I did, and I have mine in Montana. But it's a free item if you sign up to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator during celebration. It's one of the free. You pay $99 for celebration starter kit, and you get $125 worth of products free. And then you also get this fabulous glass mat that's inside here, but I can't show you that until Thursday. Then we can open the catalogs. I don't know why they have that policy, but they do. At least they let us show the outside. But the glass mat is a studio with a cloth, a cleaning cloth, and some other tools. And I really love mine, but it is super heavy. And we could not, I had to ship my boxes here for my stamping things. I have a craft room with basic supplies, but I didn't have any of the new ink. I didn't have any of the new papers. And then, so I really had my husband Terry took several boxes to the UPS store, but they have not arrived yet. We've had, shipping is difficult between Christmas and New Year's with all the holidays. Plus, and then I had things prepared for the video today, but then they're in the boxes and they've not arrived. So I have a few new things that I ordered and that did come the other day, and so I was able to plan some things. So we're going to use this set called Softly Sophisticated. It is my favorite probably in the whole catalog. This embossing folder is the best. It's just so pretty. You're going to see that in a minute. Anyway, you can't buy this. It's only free with a $100 purchase. Okay, let's move that aside, and we're going to do a calendar card. These are some other cards that I did with some of this beautiful stippled paper, and that's a free item in the catalog. This is stippled paper. This is stippled paper, and that is too. And this is the stamp set, and this is the embossing folder. You can see how pretty that embossing folder is. It's just super. So there are a couple cards I did with that project. And here's my host code for the month. My printer is not working here, so I can't print anything. I'm going to move this so you don't have to look at my, the base of my, there we go. It's going to keep probably dropping a little bit. Good morning, Nancy. Good to see you this morning. Okay. I don't know. I have more. I have 2 gadgets here for filming, and I have problems with all of them. But thank you for being patient. This is a Softly Stippled designer paper sampler that I made this morning, actually. I was waiting for our kids to get all packed up, and I just cut. These are 2-inch squares, and these are all the coordinating papers that go. This is free designer paper, and this is so pretty. I didn't love it when I first saw it. I thought, but boy, when you start working with it, it is great. Just really, really great. And we're going to be using that to make a calendar and to make a card today. So let's start. This is on page, if you have a catalog, it's on page 8 of the celebration catalog. Page 8, Softly Stippled. And then, I don't know, the stamp is on the very back with the $100 items with the embossing folder. Okay, so we're going to use this Calypso Coral, and then this is wild wheat. Now, I bet many of you are saying, oh, I don't like wild wheat, but I bet some of you have learned to love it. And I am one of those that have learned to really enjoy it a lot. It's very pretty. It's very pretty with the Pebble, and it's pretty with all kinds of other things too. You're going to see that. Anyway, these are easy to make, not hard at all. Okay, we're going to do a card, and then we're also going to do a card with this paper, or it could be that one too, either way. Okay, so we're going to get these are our calendar cards. I made 2 of them. So these little calendars come from Tailored Expressions, and I see my phone is tipping, and my stand is tipping here. Let me see if I can tighten that again. I don't know. Everything gets loosened up. There we are. Anyway, this one I use the wild wheat with Calypso. This one is wild wheat with Pebble. Which one do you like? You tell me. I've got enough cut. I've got both cuts, so you tell me. Should we do the Pebble or the Calypso? What do you think? What do you think? Okay, so please comment. Good morning to you all. So happy to see you, Cindy, Nancy, Anne, Louise, Diane. Okay, and please bear with me. I will read all of your. Janet, good to see you, Janet. Calypso, Kathy and Janet say Calypso, I think, and that's why I wore sort of a Calypso sweater this morning. It's about 60 degrees here. It's not been real warm. Our grandkids had a hard time swimming. I mean, they did swim. They did swim in the ocean, and they did boogie boarding, everything too. But it was not real warm like 2 years ago when they were here. So this is a package of free gems called opaque faceted gems, and we have Pool Party and Pecan and the Calypso. They're really nice. I really like those. Also, these colors, the basic in colors from 2023 to 25, those work just perfectly with these papers also. So we can choose. Let's see what else you're saying. Oh, thank you, Cindy, sharing. You shared with your friends who stamp. They don't get out much, but they like to see what others are making. Well, thank you. That's so sweet of you, Cindy. I really appreciate anytime you share. That helps me. People get to see other projects, and it helps me grow my small business here too. Okay. There we go. I think we're going to go with Calypso. That's what the majority of you are saying. I haven't seen one Pebble path yet. Okay, so these these calendars come from Tailored Expressions. It's a sort of a scrapbooking company. I don't know where they're located. I can't remember. I ordered these back in October, and they're tear off. You just tear this Tailored Expressions off, and there is your calendar underneath. Tailored Expressions. You can just Google that and find out. Calendar, this is a very easy calendar card. Now, I am going to be making several calendar cards in the next couple of weeks because I think they are perfect gifts during the month of January and February. So anyway, that is what we're doing. So we're going to do this, and you've seen me make calendars before. This is a really simple one. Okay, and I already made a covered in envelope with this designer paper. So that matches that really well. So I think, so we're going to start with our base. If you want to remember, I'm going to be having, I will have all of these things typed up. I already have them typed up for you, and but you'll find them later. But if you want to take a screenshot, you're welcome to do that too. So we have a top loading like this, 4.5, I mean not 4.5, 4.25 by 11, and I scored it at 5.5. Then the stand part, the part that is going to be the inside of our card is this, and it's just accordion folded. You can see that. I've taken a white at 4 by 4. Now you can actually do this 4.25 by 4 by 4. It's just a little trickier to figure out the scoring. But so I like to do it just a little bit smaller than my card, but you can even make it 3 by 3 and make it a little piece inside if you want to save paper. I'm going to score it at 1, 2, and 3 inches. And so that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to put that right there. We're going to take my Simply Scored tool, and I'm going to score it at 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's going to give me, and I mostly use the thicker end, the wider end of the stylus. Okay, and that is all the scoring we have to do. I'm going to set that over there. That Simply Scored tool is a great tool. I'm going to fold this up and give it a good bone folding. Like this. There we go. Just sort of, we're going to make either like a W or an M. There is that. So there we have it. And now what I'm going to do is put some adhesive on this part. Get my stamping seal. And I'm going to bring my card up like this. It's going to be just slightly less. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm just putting it pretty close to the edge. Whoops. I'm doing this. I don't usually do this up in the air, but I'm just trying to show you. I think I better put it down on the table. So I'm going to put it. Whoops. I'm going to set it down there. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing. I don't put it on the second side until I have it, the first side attached. And then I'm able to just close it up like this. And take my bone folder. Probably want to make sure it's in the right place first. And then it's like that. And there we have it. And it stands like that. Okay, and then we're going to put our Calypso Coral on, and this is going to be, let's see, what measurement is that? My DSP. Oh, the Pebble path or Calypso is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then our designer paper is going to be just an 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch, so it's really, really, really tiny. I'm going to move this aside. I'm going to put this on and make sure my leaves are going up. I am going to actually, I'm going to put it on with the Tombow green glue, because it has just a little bit more wiggle room. I opened this up this morning. Everything, the labels all came off. There we go. And actually the one that was almost empty was working better. Okay, so we're going to, I don't like to get my fingers full of that green glue, that Tombow glue, multi-purpose. We're going to put this down. This is 5 1/8. If we look at both corners like that, we get a pretty good, it's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. We'll take that off, put that right there. I've got enough to make another calendar. I love to send calendar cards during December and January and even February, because you got a lot of months left. Okay, so let's put this on and make sure our leaves are going up. There we go, and that is it. Now we're going to put our calendar mat is like this. Let me see once here. The calendar is actually 2 1/4 by 3. So the mat is just an 1/8 of an inch bigger. So we're going to mat that on the Calypso. So here we have it. This time I'm going to use my Seal Plus, because that is super strong, and we want this calendar to stay on here until next year. So quite often I have several people that I've given calendars to over the years. And what I do is, like, I have a friend, Anne, who's in New York, upstate New York, and I send her like in her Christmas card, I just put a little calendar, and then we have that. Then she can just tear off the other one, and it's good to go. Okay, we are going to do some stamping now with this fun set. This one doesn't use the embossing folder, but okay, I have these fabulous new dies, and this is called, what is it called? I can't remember. What is this called? I don't know. I can't remember. I'm going to have to look in the catalog. But it is a fabulous set of dies. I can't show you the inside, but you can see how it shows these holes. It's not little tiny dots like we've had before, but these are, we have a couple of dies that are just really great. They're called Everyday Details. They are on page of the mini catalog. They are on page 69. And they come with a really neat set of stamps, but they don't have to. You can buy them separately too. So anyway, they're really Everyday Details. That's sort of a hard one to remember. So on this one, I used the smaller circle. I think that one looks great. This one's way too big, so we're going to put that one over there. This one would work. It's sort of small. It's sort of like this one. I use the radiating stitches. And then this one would be a little bit bigger, and then we would cut it off. So let's see. Okay, we might do both. We'll see. We'll just check it out and see how it goes. I think we'll try both of those, and we'll put those there and get our little, I'm going to get my piercing mat out. I think what we're going to do is do hello there. And we're going to do this in Wild Wheat and Calypso Coral is what the colors are going to be in our card. So I'm going to, we're going to do I think I'll do this one first. We'll just experiment. I haven't done this, so we'll just see. We're going to do hello there, up there on top. I tried to think if I could figure out if I could get words on the other cards that I made, but I just couldn't figure it out. So, okay, now we're going to sort of do this together. We're going to do, I got a little piece of lint or something on my ink pad. This is a great set of stamps. For sure. I did some swap cards. I was in a lot of swaps in December, and I did once. I don't have the card because I sent them all in. We don't have them back yet. Okay, this is going, I'm going to put it up high like that. And this almost looks like a gold. Wild wheat is like a gold color. So I'm going to do both of them at the same time, because maybe one won't turn out. Who knows what's going to happen. I think that they both look good so far. Okay, now we're going to do it's a two-step. This is the flower. I am going to look for that little bud right there, and that bud is going to go right here, right there. And I'm going to have to get pretty close to it. I'm going to give it a good inking. I'm going to look for that little bud to go right there, and then the flower, the stem to go there. Isn't that pretty? I'm just off slightly. It's not fabulous, but I could take I'm going to take my blender pen and just pull some of that color down maybe a little bit. There we go. That'll be just fine. And there we go. And then we'll do the same thing on the other one. So here we have it again. Again, I'm going to look for this part. And then I have the big flower, I want to line up right by that stem right there. Okay. I'm going to move this up a little bit, let it soak in. And there we have it. It's still a little bit not perfect, but I can't get my head over it very well. So when I'm stamping by myself, I can put my head right over it, but I can't do that so much with the video. Okay, there we have that. And close those up and clean our stamp. Okay, put the inks away for a second. So this is the one flower and the stem, and the other one is different. So now what we're going to do, so if we wanted to do this one, what I'm thinking is we're going to use that, and it'll go just like that. What do you think? I think then it'll give us a different look too. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll save this one because it's just exactly like the other one, except that's a little dark. But we're gonna just put this on. Sorry about that. Just didn't realize I was talking away and didn't realize my camera was falling down. You can't see a thing I'm doing. Sorry about that. Thank you you're probably telling me this and I didn't even know it. I don't know. There we go. We'll try this again now. I started using my other tripod, but I couldn't get it it kept falling, so I actually went back to my old Archon. I'm going to put it down like this. Oops, it's not quite straight. That's the nice thing about the stamping seal. You can sort of lift it up right away. Now this I'm going to put this one on with my stamping seal because I want it to be very, stay on there very well for the next 12 months. Okay, I'm going to stand up and let me see if I can get this on right down to the bottom, trying to make my sides even. There we are. And I think that looks really pretty. Let's see if I have a twine bow. I do. I already made one with just a regular basic twine. And I'm going to get my glue dots out here. These I rewound. I just love to rewind them so they're on the outside. That's my friend Kathy's idea. So Kathy, I think you're on here. Oops. Hope you're all doing well in Montana. I understand there's very little snow. Here we go. We've had unseasonably cool weather here in Florida, and we had unseasonably cool, warm weather in Montana. So there we go. And there's our calendar. Now we can put some gems on. I think we can use these. We could use either the wild wheat from the In Colors, or we can use the Calypso Coral. Or we could use the, the pecan too. But I think we're going to use the Calypso Coral. I like that. I think that's a nice one. It's fun. And they come in, oh, I didn't even open this up to show you. Do you see how they have different sizes too? So the bigger ones and then the small ones. I always love it when they do that. It just makes it so nice. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple big ones right here along the side. Put 2 of them. And then we're going to put a smaller one up here by this edge right there. Okay, and there is our card all finished. And then we have a nice calendar card that we get, and it folds up flat and it just fits right in the envelope, just like this. I would definitely put extra stamps on, but it works out beautifully. So there we have it. And let's see what. So here's the first one I made with a circle. This one I just pulled out a radiating die. And then this one is the new, what is it called? Designing Details. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to say that over and over to memorize it. Designing Details die. But they are gorgeous. And you're definitely going to want one of those. Okay, which is your favorite of all of these? So what do you think? Okay, let me know. Keep commenting. We're going to put those aside. And let's see, one's here. We'll put this aside and this aside. And we're going to do one more card. This time we're going to be using the reverse of this. So I'll show you what we're going to be making. This one we're going to use the embossing folder to go with it. So this is the card I designed. I just think it's really, really, this embossing folder is gorgeous. Can you see that okay? Can you see how it, I'm gonna just, I don't know why I have so many problems with my stands always. They always are drooping. Anyway, this is what we're making. It's a top folding card again. We'll just pretend that's the way it is. Here's another one I made using, I stamped it on the designer paper with the Pebble path and used the Pebble path and made an envelope. This is all free designer paper. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. It is. I'm getting warm in here. I have the door closed. Everything is sort of closed up, so it's sort of quiet. Anyway, we're going to make this one with the designer paper. I think I made another one. I thought I made another one with that I embossed. Oh, I did. This one. You can see here that I stamped on the designer paper and then I embossed it with that folder. Can you see that if I tilt it a little bit like that maybe? But it's quite pretty. And then just that one's a side folding card. You could put something on the inside. Just use little pieces that I had from my drawer. Okay, so we're gonna put this, that's what we're gonna make. And so we're gonna use a top folding card. You don't have to, it just happened to be what I chose. I have some things that are already pre-cut that I did bring with me. I sent 4 boxes. I shipped 4 boxes. It was quite an expense because we just didn't have room on the plane. And because I had to take shoes and clothes and things like that. My husband doesn't need to take anything. He has clothes here and I take things back and forth. So our base is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. The pool party is just a plain mat, just a regular size mat, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I ran it through that folder. And isn't it pretty? Just look at that. Okay, and that's going to be a free item. So we're going to put that right here. Remember, I'll have all, if you want to, I can zoom in a little bit too, maybe. There we go. I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, we're going to add our pool party. It's so funny because I didn't have all these we had a color refresh this year, so whenever there's a color refresh, you get rid of a lot of colors, and I had to go through all my inks and papers and pull out things that I don't want anymore. And then I use those things for my BOGOs later on. And the reason I use my green glue on this one is because it's going to the edge. And I think it works just a tad bit better when you use the green glue because you have a little bit of wiggle room. So I just want to put it on. Oh, I did. I did it differently. I could have used my other glue. I didn't. But I decided to have a border this time, I guess. See what I did? This one I went to the edge. This one I took a regular. I did it differently. So anyway, I probably should have used a white border, but I didn't. So here is our mat. This is the other side of it. Free paper, 2 3/4 by 5. Or this is what I did the other one on, like that. You could stamp on it. You could also do it on a white. So, so this is what I'm going to be ending up with. But we're going to do it on the on this one because I want to show you how to stamp on the paper. Okay, we're going to get our little mat out again, and this is going to be a different stamp. So this is the other stamp and stems and flowers that are in our set. We're going to use some gray Pebble Path. I'm going to do You Are In My Thoughts. Let's see, where did I put those little pieces? I don't know. I had a whole stack of them right here. The little label. Do any of you see the label anyplace? Well, maybe it'll show up here in a minute. We're going to do this. We're going to, where did I put those? I had a bunch of them. We're going to put our flowers on. I'm going to roll my sleeves up so I don't get them inky. And I'm going to have the flowers turn this way. I'm going to start up here. I'm just going to hold it for an extra second, and then I'm going to do some more down here. So they it's almost like a continuous curve is what I was thinking when I did that. So, okay, and the flowers that go on this, there's quite a few. Let me see once now. We're going to do what? Let me see. I did this a couple days ago. Let me see if I can find the buds. You want the bud right here. We have a couple buds. Do you see this bud right there and one right there? And we're going to do this in our pool party. I almost did it in the wrong color. Almost did it in the pool party. You could use Coastal Cabana, would be a slightly darker color. So we're going to do this with the pool party. And I just inked this up yesterday because it was just a little bit. So I'm going to get one bud there. And there's another bud up on top. I'm going to give it a little hold. That's pretty good. And then we're going to do this same thing over here, this bud. And I'm just see how I'm moving it a little bit. You can almost see through it. You can see through it. There we go. That looks good. And that's all we need for the pool party. And the other one I did, I really appreciate you. But where did I put those little things? I don't know. I have some in my drawer, so give me a second. Oh, they're on the floor. But I cannot pick them up from the floor because I need my grabber to do that. I'll just pick out something else. It might not be the same one, but I have a whole drawer I have a fabulous drawer back in Montana. I actually packed up those things. These are different. These are totally different, but anyway, they're all current. They all will work. So we're going to put our words on this, and that is going to be in Pebble Path. Anyway, I have a whole drawer. I have my helper, Caitlin, does a lot of die cutting for me. So like with these new dies that I showed you, I'll have her die cut like 20 of those, and I put them in. She puts them in a little bag, and I have a little. I have a whole drawer, both in Montana and here, and I did bring those with me. Actually, I put those in a priority box, and those arrived, but my UPS boxes that were super heavy did not arrive, and I don't know when they'll arrive. But anyway, that's just the way. We just have to improvise a little bit. Okay, where is the rest of my card? Here it is, and now we're going to... this is the In Color twine. It's a little heavier than our basic twine. I'm just going to do a bow. I put it and wrapped it around like that. It's just a little heavy, so I'm going to do just a simple bow on this one. Okay, we're going to put this on our Pebble Path like that. And there we go. I think the next time I ship things back home, when I return in the beginning of April, I will not send them UPS. I will put them in priority boxes because you can pack those very, very heavily. I have a whole dish of my stamping, the stamping adhesive sheets that I cut into pieces. And I keep these. I actually have a cover for them. So we're going to put those on like that. And I've got a really big one that I cut for the back of my... Just saves time for me. I can peel it up with my fingernails and throw it away. But I know it's going to stay on really well. Okay, there we go. So next time when I do my shipping, I'm gonna just get some larger priority boxes because you can fill them pretty full. Okay, I'm going to put half of my adhesive here, and then I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals on the end because those are going to go off the edge. So they're going to go right here. Actually, mini would probably be better. Okay, so we're going to take those off. And we're going to put this on like that. Just like that. And we have a bow. We could put the bow on like that right there. Or we could leave the bow off. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave the bow off this time. Or put the bow down here at the bottom. I think I'll do that. I think I'll put the bow at the bottom. So there we go. We'll put it right there at the very bottom of the card. And then we can put some of our new gems. I think this time, the last time on the other card, I used the Pebble Path, which I really like. I love that color, Pebble Path. It's a great neutral. And I wish I could hear what you're saying. You're probably telling me my camera's falling, everything's falling, dropping. Okay, we're gonna put some blue pool party. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some pool party gems on. I hope you all had a good Christmas. We certainly did. It was fun to have our family here. Our daughter Sarah and Andre, they were not. They were we were all in Montana, but they were in San Francisco where Andre's family lives. We're gonna put it just like that, maybe. Okay, there we have it. And there is our card. Let me see, I thought I made an envelope to go with it, but where is it? I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. It was oh, there it is. There it is. Here's the envelope. And the card is right. The other one that I did is here. So this one goes all the way to the edge. That one I left a border, a white border. just like that. Which do you like better? The one with the white border or all the way to the edge? Just like that. Okay. And remember, I will have all of these directions at the bottom of this Facebook Live after. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate that. Okay, now let's turn the camera. And here we go. Let's see if we can straighten this out again. I'll tell you what, one thing, you like the white Levon, okay. My battery is getting low, it says. It's really, I'll tell you what, I just had my hair cut and colored before Christmas, and it looks pretty good in Montana, but boy, in Florida where it's humid, it is tough going with hair. And you just have to wash your hair more often, and it just sort of hangs. It doesn't have a lot of, it's tough. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone. I'm so glad you like these a lot. And I go through and read all the comments, but you love all the cards. Oh, good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you. So hopefully some of you will tune in on Saturday when I do my celebration extravaganza. So I'll do a video in the morning and one in the afternoon. I'll be posting that on my Crafting Creations by Corinne, my business site, and I'll have it in my emails and all of that. Happy New Year to you, everyone, and thank you for tuning in today. And if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, hearts, share it with your friends. And if you place an order, I still have an ordering special. Remember the last chance list, the green mini catalog, we only have a few more days of that. And then on Thursday, and I would suggest if you have things that you really want, like say that little cute cow punch, I can guarantee you that will just sell out quickly. So get it fast. Don't wait. Get your top things that you want. Get those first. Don't wait until February because they may be sold out. Alrighty. And if you would like to join my team, that's the best deal of all. So I'd love to have you. Send me a message. If you need catalogs, send me a message. If you want to email list, sign up, send me a message for that too. Thank you so much, friends. I really appreciate you tuning in today. Thank you. And I'll see you next Tuesday, hopefully about the same time, depending on my physical therapy, but hopefully it'll be like 10 o'clock Montana time, or it will be Mountain Time, which was my normal time for several years. So, alrighty, everyone. I'll see you next week, Tuesday. Bye.